All right, we are back with another podcast, and let me just start with this right here, right? Before I came into the intro to Tread Talk and anything else like that, man, I saw those reels I was posting. Man, my face looked all squishy. I'm like, yo, the hell's is not going like this right here, bro. And I think it honestly, like my first episode, I was a little bit more nervous. I was a little bit more like, not know what to do, afraid to look at the camera more. So when I look down, and then my face would come up. I'm like, yo, what is that? But no, we back, man. If you guys don't know who I am Zyan, A.K.A. Tread, whatever you want to call me. And basically, this podcast is about videography, anything. I got my sponge next to me. Anyways, this podcast is about videography, about anything happening in the culture, pop, whatever. So we gonna chat it up real quick. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Last night I was actually watching on accident the Brand-Risk Aiden Ross promotion fight with Adam 22, Jason Love, all that stuff, Y.K.A. Osiris. And honestly, I'm the type to gossip. Like, I don't really care about their lives that much. But I will say this though. Aiden is smart. I've actually been to the warehouse in Miami. Took some photos. It's on my page for Aiden and Neon and some other creators. Aiden is smart. Aiden is the way he's doing content is very, very like different. Obviously Brand-Risk and Kick and all of them, Rain Bet, whatever, they're all big. They're funding the event. He's more just like the face. So I don't think Aiden is really touching as much as people really think. He's touching a lot, don't get me wrong, for being their face. But you gotta think like this is a big investment. They have full camera crews, full production, full everything. They're looking to get a return on their money as well. But honestly, I watched the whole fight card. I like that he switched it up from putting a lot of influencers or creators or streamers into the ring and actually like showing love to up and coming boxers. I think he had like an actual sanctioned like belt fight, which got canceled or whatever happened to the guy. He fell. I don't know, but I think by showing love to the actual boxing community and being like, here's a platform where you're gonna get more views than you would, fighting on some random, undercard or something, like just to get your name out there. So like now these people have actual fight footage, actual stuff like to use in actual audience to watch them. Pretty dope. Don't get me wrong, he did have his like fair share of like streamers and influencers fighting, like what's his name, Chiba. Like that was a cool little fight. Y.K.A. Osiris. Not gonna speak on it. Like I said, I don't really care about the drama behind it. I look more at the business behind it. And then Adam 22 and Jason though. I think people are overly invested into the hype, where honestly these people are, Jason and Adam, they're business partners, bro. Like that's all it is. I promise you. It's never no real beef. All of it is fake. They both know how to run up a bag. I mean, some people was like Charleston White, Whack 100. All of them like Adam 22 because they know he has this weird pull on the media and the weird pull on like this. He has a cult following of people. So people listen and people watch what Adam's doing for whatever reason. I don't know. Personally, I'm not one of them. But I would say like they know, oh, he has the money. So of course they're going to root for Adam in a fight like that. But ultimately it's all just a big business thing. Like Adam wanted to look weak. I'm not saying he could beat Jason Love in any type of fight if they're actually serious, but I'm just saying it was a play on himself to look like weak, made Jason look strong, and the history they have. I'm not gonna get into that either, but it's like that was the business. You know what I'm saying? That was the thing. I don't know why people were mad at that. Like, what else did you expect? Like, did you expect Jason just to pummel him? No, it's a sanctioned event. You know what I'm saying? You just can't be wild, and so it has to be within reason. If Adam out there throwing real punches and knocking Jason out, then you're like, oh, okay, this is definitely rigged. So Aiden played it smart, you know what I'm saying? First round little uh quote unquote knockout or whatever you want to call it, but hey, it is what it is. Um I think the best part about streamers is that they all have their own individual spin, and the ones who can find something and make it like spin are the most successful. Like, let's go off top, big three. You have Aiden. Actually, I'll throw four in there because he's been doing stuff, but he hasn't really found his thing yet. You have Aiden, you have Kai, and you have Speed. Right? You have those three people. Aiden, he's more with that you know Jewish money. I'm gonna say it. He got that. He got like that type of backing behind him. He has that big white America following behind him, and nothing wrong with it. And it's not just white America, but when white America wants to fund a creator or a streamer, they're looking at somebody like an Aiden Ross or the Paul brothers, but they don't stream as much. So, you know what I'm saying? They're looking to put a face behind their brand, and it's going to be somebody like Aiden. He's done really well at that category. Kai, on the other side, the culture. Culture loves Kai. Everybody loves Kai. So it's like his thing was, how creative can I get with my streams? Can I do Mafia-thon this and that, and we're gonna do this and that, and it's about being creative and really being like a face for the culture. You know what I mean? And then you have Speed. Now I commend Speed a lot because it's like this dude is traveling the globe. Globally, yes, all three of them are known, but not all three of them are really out there as much as Speed. Speed is like on a whole nother level. You feel me? So I don't know. Like, I think if I was going to stream, if I was going to take an approach, I'd probably take the Speed route because he really be like in his own lane, doing his own stuff, traveling the country, traveling country and the globe, seeing like what's really out there. You know what I'm saying? And making a name for himself in every country. And his love of soccer or football, whatever you want to call it, makes it so much better because in every other country, that's the number one sport. So, got it. But speaking of Kai Cenat, though, recently his ex-girlfriend, kind of aired out the business on Instagram or live or whatever. And I don't necessarily agree with that. I mean, like, when you are put around somebody who has as much pull on the world and like so many things going for him, you kind of gotta sit back and just like chill out. You know what I'm saying? You can't, like, you can sit back and observe, but you ain't gotta air the business out. Like, you know what he goes through on the mental side. Like, you're his girl. Like, you know him probably better than most people, most of his friends. And that was probably her argument. Like, I know him, his friends really don't. They just use him, yada yada. Like, okay, I get that. You could say that, but if you know him, your man. This is not even Kai, it's not just women. If you know your man or the man you were with, why would you put him through that? He was the most vulnerable with you, and then you turn around and use that vulnerability against him. Then you wonder why men don't open up or why men can't trust. And I'm not saying men are perfect. We are some dogs too. But when a man falls in love, it's like, okay, I'm gonna show you who I really am outside of everything. And then right when it's over, you're gonna come back and spit in my face. Nah, I like that's why honestly a lot of men just probably choose to avoid relationships or avoid being their truest self around their partner. And Kai, man, I get it, bro. Like, you went and started a fashion brand, you went and did all that. Like, he's over here filming himself cooking and sewing, and bro, it ain't nothing but a breakup. I get it. I was there. You started a fashion brand, I started a podcast. But I think as men, it's important that we kind of are more vocal about how we're feeling, because I would say that if you're trying to suppress it down, you're trying to like keep it down, you're going to just explode, and you don't want to explode. You know what I'm saying? So personally, I don't see a problem with what he's doing. I think that if how do I put this? I think that he's gonna come back to streaming. I think that he will be okay. I do think the breakup took a toll on him. He probably didn't really like this girl. I've been there. Matter of fact, let's switch it to me. Because, yeah, enough talking about them. Let's switch it to me. Because, like I said, ain't nothing safe here. This is what we talking about. This is what we came for. I went through a breakup. And honestly, it made me so much, like, better. And that's what I'm slowly learning. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, all respect to everything in that situation. Um, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, there were some things where I definitely could have improved. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't, I was too content. I was too, like, complacent. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it just didn't work, you know? Like, but then it's like, I also realized about myself too, is that I cannot function well in relationships. Like, I really can't. I get too caught up in trying to build something more and I lose track of the present moment. Like, so I don't know. Like, I suck. Like, I suck at even right now. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I would say I'm talking to girls, but I'm not doing that because I can't even text back. Because right now it's either I'm locked in or I'm not. And when I'm not locked in, not a lot of things get done. When I'm locked in, I can create, I can do more, and then I don't want that distraction of a woman. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. But all right, y'all. So, part of this podcast is me talking wild, and so I basically over here like thinking about story times and stuff to share. So I'm just gonna say it. I don't I don't really care no more. But we gonna get into my relationships because I've had a long track record of terrible relationships. All right. Back in high school, my first real relationship, I was probably about 15, 16. Like, you know what I'm saying? Thought I found something, a little light skin something. Guess what? That girl was doing every drug in the book, bro. And if y'all don't know me, I'm scared of that stuff, man. I'm scared. Like, I don't know how to react to that. So I'm young, I'm dumb, thinking I'm sprung on this girl. She over here getting high. And you know what? It wasn't even the drugs that was it for me. It was the fact that, like, you are doing whatever you want to do with the crowd of people. Then you would come back to me and tell me you're not getting thrashed. Like, I know how you got that A ball. I know how you got that eighth. I know what you like. Come on, like, at the time I was so young, I'm thinking like, oh yeah, she out with her friends all night, out with this dude and little dude from across the street and Lil Red and whoever else. I'm like, wait a minute, you was getting thrashed. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Oh nah. So after that, like, that was when my trust issues really started. um, and then after that relationship, I think I was chilling. Got another relationship. By this time I'm like just dropped out of college. Like just dropped out. Met this girl on Tinder. That's what I should have known. It wasn't gonna go as I thought it was gonna go. Um, and I mean it was actually cool, but I think in that relationship I honestly just disassociated because I wasn't sure if I saw a future with that person. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, y'all females be crazy as hell. Y'all be crazy, and a lot of things that like women stress over, like, oh my god, I want this and I want that. I don't like. I tell people all the time, I suck at doing little things. I do the big things. I do. You know what I'm saying? Like grand gestures. I'm not gonna wake up every day with rose petals. Putting rose petals from the bed to the kitchen. Like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not that guy. So I think with that one, again, just knowing I'm not doing little things, and I feel like women have to like, or girls have to earn that. You know what I'm saying? Like, make a man want to do that for you. don't don't just be expecting it. Like that one just expected it. Like make a man want to do it. Like what are you doing for me? You know what I'm saying? And that's what bring me to my next topic later on. But like that one, I was just like, nah, like nah, shawty, like you ain't doing nothing. And then granted, I wasn't doing nothing because you wasn't doing nothing, so let's just not do nothing together. But then she broke up with me and I cried, bro. I cried like, oh my God. I don't even cry like that. And I didn't even know I was crying. I really don't. Because I didn't even care. I was sad. I remember I in the car with my best friend at the time. Shout out Aya. But and she played all the sad music. That's how you know she's your best friend, when she played all that sad music while you going through a breakup. And she's like, get over it. And honestly though, that was when after that relationship, that was when the wildest started happening. Then probably about 3 months later, I got with this girl who I thought was my girl, but she really wasn't my girl. She had a whole nother man, and I didn't know that. Like I dead didn't know that. But you know, I was over here like buying lunch, buying dinner. Y'all see the common problem I have here, right? I'm over here trying to support this girl, but then the other dude getting all the thrashing. I wasn't getting thrashed. She wasn't thrashing me like that. So I didn't know. Again, I didn't know. A lot of y'all, like, y'all gonna realize I'm super clueless when it comes to this stuff. When it comes to this stuff, I'm like super clueless. I promise you. Right? So, shorty getting thrashed. I'm over here buying her dinner right afterwards. I'm over here helping her, or beforehand, I'm over here giving her fuel to go get thrashed by the next dude. So there was that one. Can't even say it was a relationship because she wasn't even dating me. I thought she was. I thought we were doing something, but no. And I mean, I don't even care. But how come I gotta be the one to be? I don't want to be the provider. If I had the choice between being hold on, because if I had the choice between being the provider and being the thrasher, I'm being the thrasher full through. Let the other person provide. Give him the hard job. Why I gotta get the hard job? It's no fun. In my last relationship, I'm not gonna speak on that because actually that's gang for real. You know, my last one, that's gang. Nothing bad. Nothing I would ever say to disrespect that one. But you know, right person, wrong time. And you know, I hope everybody in that situation grows. You know, I'm man enough to say that. You know what I'm saying? So nothing bad to say about that one. But man, you mean like y'all should have saw my face when I realized other shawty for the whole summer hanging out with me throughout the day. Then at night, I'm taking her where I think is home. Oh, that's the other thing. I took her. No, in fact, while I'm on it, fuck, we gonna get on it. All right, come on. I took this girl to another man's house to get thrashed. Mind you, she was hungry, so I stopped and got us food. I didn't know. I didn't know, bro. And to this day, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Because if something ever come out, I would rather it come out from my mouth. I still spun the block. You know, after a year, I spun the block. I did. Because when I did get the chance, it was great. It was great. I ain't gonna lie. It was great. I gotta give her credit. But to that point, she was getting thrashed every day consecutively. Well, I'm just, and I keep saying this because as I'm talking about it, it just blows my mind even more. But yeah, as of like last week, I did spin the block though. I for sure did. I did. I just wanted to see if our stars was aligning, you know, like if I could, you know what I'm saying? But nah, I'm good. I'm good. I didn't even want it no more. I didn't even want it. But yeah. My bad, y'all. I got a little off topic. I got a little off. I went everywhere with that portion. But let's get into this final part. Like I said, I always end the podcast off with one thing. Since we're on this topic, I promise you every topic won't be like this. But what do men? All right, I'm gonna say for me, right? What is a man looking for in a woman these days? Because for me, it's not about if you cook, not about if you clean. Well, actually, I'm lying. I'm lying. It's about, I think number one for me is like hustle. A girl has to have hustle. She has to want to do something. Again, if I got it, you ain't got to worry about it. But, and most time, 99% of the time I got it. You know what I'm saying? So I'll never be like, oh, you got to help pay bills. You got to help do this. You got to help whatever, right? Unless you want to, because you have that hustle in you to want to go do something with your life, not even necessarily work. You want to sing, go be a singer. Go be an actor. Go be a model. Go start your own business. Go do fashion. Like whatever you want to do, just do it and take off with it. Because I'm going to support you as your partner to make sure like you are, you know what I'm saying, the best at it, if anything. So I think like however you want to do that, that's on you. But a girl with no hustle, like, I guess I'll just go work at Walmart. Like I don't really get along with that. You know, I'm not saying you can't work somewhere else while you feel your dreams, but like ultimately you should have a bigger goal. You know what I'm saying? And be working towards it. Like that's so attractive to me. Cooking and cleaning, hey bro, I've been chefing it up. I've been cooking. I've been I could DoorDash some food. I don't really need, you for that. I mean, you want to cook, I'll buy groceries. You know what I'm saying? Like having a good cook is nice, but that's not like it's not a dead thing for me. You know what I'm saying? And then cleaning, again, I don't believe in gender roles. I don't believe a woman is supposed to just cook, clean, take care of kids. I like to clean personally. My house stays clean. You can walk in my house anytime, it's gonna be clean. But I will say this though. If I'm out working all day doing what I gotta do and I come home and the house is messy, we gonna have a problem. Because like you made this mess. So just clean up after yourself. I ain't saying you gotta bust down and wipe the baseboards every day. I'm just saying like you can at least, help out, contribute. So like a girl who just got bowls hanging out and cups and clothes everywhere, I'm looking at them kind of sideways like, yo, like clean this up, you know what I mean? But once you clean up after yourself, we really good. But I don't know, like back in my day I wanted a girl who was like gonna like, I don't know, be my business partner, but that never ends well because after it's over, then it's like, dang, you part of this project, you part of this project. I'd rather not have that these days. I'd rather just keep that separate. I like a girl who I can show business to. And like I said, she has that hustle, then we're gonna be good. But like ultimately, no, like I'm gonna put my business over here, you put your business over here, I'm gonna help you out in both, you know? But yeah, so I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like and me personally, I don't care about body. I don't care about um I care about like looks, obviously, to an extent. Like you look good to me, look good to me. You can be dark, light, Asian, Mexican, I don't care. You look good, you look good. You know what I'm saying? You got nice hair, you got nice hair. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see any problem with that. Um Sorry, 1 second. Okay. But yeah, so I think with where I'm at now, it's like I want a girl who's just gonna be by my side, who's gonna have hustle, who's gonna just be her own independent woman and have me next to her and we can just build something from there together. But keyword is independence and keyword is like just like really having that hustle to where like I don't want a girl to ever need me. I want a girl to want me. You feel me? And I think a lot of men don't feel wanted in relationships, they feel needed. and that's what fuels their little ego or something. It's like, I don't need you, you don't need me, but we both want each other, and that's the beauty of it. So, but on that note, guys, we're gonna wrap it up for the day. Tread Talk, the first official episode. I hope y'all enjoyed it. It's not perfect. I hope to improve, but I don't know. I'm gonna try to drop these daily, every 2 days, whatever's relevant. I don't know. I don't care. But look out for the next one. Peace. I did not expect this to happen at all, but I had a clip already go viral from the episode 0, the Barber Shop clip, talking about barbers and the price I would personally pay. And honestly, there's barbers in my DMs, barbers in the comment section. They're still commenting. And I'm like, dude, number one, it was my opinion, right, of what I would personally pay for a cut. Yeah, we can go deeper into like the skill level of every barber and what each barber provides, the experience, all that. But I was just saying what I would pay, and that I felt like the newer barbers aren't even that good. Not all of them, just the ones who aren't good, and they're posting on social media doing all this stuff, and they expect their clients to like pay more because they have this ego about them. But what also makes me mad about this clip is if you go and watch the full episode of the podcast, I actually talk about how I had a woman barber, number one, and how she cut me really good, and I left her a nice tip. So I hate people who, if you're gonna go off the clip, I get it, I said it, I'm gonna stand on what I said, but go watch the full thing of what I really said. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, like one barber was in the DMs like, he was like repping his barber shop like it was a set or something. Like, don't let me catch you around my shop again. First of all, I would know you. Number two, why are you repping the shop like that? I don't get it. I don't get it. So honestly, with barbers, just had to get this off my chest, but we good. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. You got it. You got it. Y'all want to charge $200-$300 for a cut? Charge $200-$300. I just won't be there. That's all I gotta say about it.